Bienvenidos todos al Sugar City Morning Show. Ante todo, buenos días. Good morning and welcome to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's always a pleasure to greet you, especially today on a Monday, beautiful Monday morning. It is the 9th of April, ladies and gentlemen. Hoy es el 9 de abril. Si estás cumpliendo años, te quiero enviar los mejores saludos, felicitaciones, muchas felicidades. Que la pases de maravilla, y si estás cumpliendo años o celebrando aniversario, que la pases muy, muy, muy bien. Mañana tengo cumpleaños dentro de la familia de mi hermanito Mickey, 52 años ya, y pues tomando tiempo aparte para desearle todo lo mejor desde hoy. Él nació justamente un 10 de abril. Y entonces mi mamá siempre decía que era domingo de resurrección cuando nació. Pues ya sabes que la Pascua pues varía la fecha cuando es. Eso depende en una fórmula que tiene que ver mucho con la luna y ese tipo de cosas. Y eso explica por qué en ciertos meses cae en marzo, en ciertos meses en abril, pero cuento aparte. Compañeros, un gran gusto saludarles hoy por la mañana. Ojalá y se encuentren muy bien. Vamos a, como siempre, empezar nuestro programa con esta oración. Y simplemente les pido que se unan conmigo para reconocer a nuestro Creador, a nuestro poder superior y a brindarle nuestras gracias. A decirle gracias, Padre, porque hoy abrí los ojos, hoy puedo caminar, y aunque no pueda yo caminar, pero siquiera tengo vida y tengo salud. Padre, te damos las gracias por todas tus bendiciones, porque mi fe me dice que tiene que haber un creador, un espíritu, una fuerza mucho más fuerte que yo, un poder superior, mucho más fuerte que yo, que todos nosotros, que le pone orden a la vida, que nos da un propósito por cual estar aquí, que nos explica nos ayuda a entender el propósito de la vida. Padre, muchas gracias por tus bendiciones, por tu misericordia, por tu gracia, por tu perdón, por todo lo que haces por nosotros, Padre. Muchas gracias por nuestros familiares, nuestros compañeros de trabajo, por nuestras amistades y por todos a quien nos rodean y a quien se unen a esta oración en este momento, y sus familiares también. Muchas gracias por todo, Padre. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo. Te pido, Padre, que ayudes en particular a aquellas personas que hoy tienen una necesidad fuerte. Bien están dolidos por la muerte de un individuo muy cerca, un familiar, un ser querido, quien sea. O quizás se sienten solos o solas, deprimidos. Confórtalos, Padre. Para los enfermos que están en los hospitales o en sus casas o en las calles, sánalos, Padre. Y protégenos, Padre, como ciudadanos de aquí de Orange Grove y del país de Belice. Que sepamos, que podamos y sepamos respetar al prójimo. Porque con el simple respeto, ese es el comienzo de la paz. Con el simple respetar al individuo, su forma de pensar, en vez de imponer mi forma de pensar sobre la otra persona. Permítanos, Padre, que hoy podamos ser promotores de paz. Te pido, Padre, que nos continúes bendiciendo, que nos ayudes y que siempre, siempre nos pongas en buen camino. Padre, te doy las gracias. Te bendecimos, te glorificamos y te adoramos siempre. Amen. If you've just joined us, it is exactly, and I beg your pardon here, it is exactly 7 minutes after 7 o'clock. and here's wishing you all the best. This is the general weather forecast, ladies and gentlemen, for today, Monday the 9th of April, that says seasonably warm and dry conditions prevail. Yesterday was kind of warm and sticky, but nonetheless we had a little bit of breeze. The 24-hour forecast, sunny with cloudy spells today and cloudy at times tonight. Little or no rainfall will develop along with the chance. It says little or no rainfall will develop. But it says along in the same sentence, along with the chance of an isolated thunderstorm over inland areas this afternoon. So the possibility of having an inland thunderstorm is still open, because obviously whenever we have these heat waves, well, there has to be some sort of respite. The winds blowing from the east southeast 10 to 20 knots. The sea stayed choppy to moderate. Temperatures along the coast 88 degrees Fahrenheit as a high, 80 degrees as a low Fahrenheit. Inland, ladies and gentlemen, going all the way up to 95 degrees. Welcome to April sunny hot weather. And the low of 72. Notice that there's a huge difference between the high and the low. 23-degree difference. And that's worth watching, because that is what many times gets us sick. When the temperature goes all the way up to 90s, and then in the night it goes down to 70s, there's a large difference in temperatures. In the hills, 84 degrees as a high and 66 degrees as a low. There are no warnings in place at the moment. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for isolated showers or thunderstorms developing, especially over inland areas in the afternoon. So, then again, we have the possibility of thunderstorms in the inland areas. It doesn't say exactly where inland, but so we can expect anywhere within the country of Belize to have some sort of thunderstorm activity. We had the tides. A high tide today occurred at 7 minutes before 6. We will be having a low tide at 16 minutes after 11 this morning, and then a second high tide at 4:34 this afternoon, and the second low tide tomorrow morning at 32 minutes after midnight. The sun rose this morning at 5 minutes after 6, and the sun sets this evening at 1 minute after 6. And the moon will set today at 11:44 this morning, and the moon will rise tomorrow morning at 1:01. Thank you, forecaster Francisca Wellington, for this information. Compañeros, buenos días. Son las 7:10. Aquí el reporte del estado del tiempo para el beneficio de la gente de habla hispana, enviándoles nuestros mejores saludos de parte de todos aquí en Canal 10. Ese es el reporte del tiempo para hoy, lunes 9 de abril. Si estás cumpliendo años, muchas felicidades. Hoy tendremos tiempo bastante caluroso y seco, condiciones bastante secas, y es típico del mes de abril, cuando tenemos esas temperaturas bastante altas y no llueve, y por si es que llueve, nada más cae una tormenta bastante fuerte, y ya terminó. Pero hoy estará soleado con periodos de nubosidad durante el curso del día, nublado por momentos por la noche. No se espera nada de lluvia, y si es que cae un poquito de lluvia, nada más es un poquito. Pero existe, compañeros, la posibilidad, por las temperaturas altas, de que tengamos una tormenta desarrollándose en el interior del país. ¿Ok? Pero por lo general, esto sucede en las áreas montañosas, por lo general. Pero no hay distinción en este reporte. Los vientos del este-sudeste de 10 a 20 nudos, el estado del mar agitado, moderado, temperaturas por la costa, 88 grados. como máxima, 80 como mínima. En el interior del país, 95 grados como una máxima y 72 como una mínima. Por las colinas, 84 grados como una máxima y 66 como una mínima. No hay ninguna advertencia en lugar. Se espera que mañana martes y martes por la noche tengamos chubascos aislados o tormentas desarrollando, porque obviamente, como dije, la temperatura sube hasta 95 grados hoy y pues por lo general tiene que venir un chubasquito, una tormenta para calmar la situación. Y esto sucederá sobre las áreas del interior del país por la tarde mañana. Una marea alta sucedió hoy a las 6 menos 7 minutos, una baja a las 11 con 16 minutos hoy por la mañana, una segunda marea alta hoy a las 4:34 por la tarde y una segunda marea baja mañana a medianoche con 32 minutos. El sol salió hoy a las 6 con 5 minutos y el sol se oculta hoy por la tarde a las 6 con 1 minuto. La luna de igual forma se oculta porque todavía está fuera a las 11:44 y sale de nuevo mañana a la 1 con 1 minuto. Muchas gracias, forecaster Francisca Wellington. Veo que estás en tu lugar de trabajo desde las 5 con 27 minutos, poniendo toda esta información para que personas como yo lo podamos compartir con nuestra audiencia. Muchas gracias. Y también dándole las gracias a todas las personas que estuvieron trabajando, laborando o en sus lugares de trabajo todo este fin de semana y por las noches. Estamos hablando acerca de los agentes de seguridad, estamos hablando de los doctores, nunca hay que hacer de menos las enfermeras también y otros empleados de los hospitales, porque no solo son doctores y enfermeras, hay otras personas que ayudan, los orderlies y otras personas que ayudan a, a atender a los pacientes y también los agentes de migración, de aduanas. Bueno, un sinfín de personas que cuando nosotros estamos amochaditos de nuestras camas, ellos tienen que hacer un trabajo. Compañeros, vamos a una pausa, son las 7 con 14 minutos y estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de estos anuncios. Vamos a esta pausa rápidamente.
Maintaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
Our priorities for the budget, fiscal year 2018-2019, are to continue to provide resources for investments in physical infrastructure, mainly roads and bridges, for education and health, for poverty alleviation, and for citizen security and defense. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, we grasp the nettle with both hands. We rise to meet the challenges, and we will overcome them. This year's budget is structured accordingly, and there therefore can and will be no retreat from our signature pro-poor policies. No retreat from Boost and Food Pantry, no retreat from the apprenticeship program, no retreat from the high school subsidies, no retreat from the payment by GOB for students' CXC exams, no retreat from the funding of the second chance opportunities, no retreat from tuition assistance, no retreat from the plethora of full scholarships, no retreat from the construction of new classrooms, no retreat from new rural water supply systems, health posts, and hospitals, certainly in San Pedro, which we hope to fund from a public-private mix, and also from PG. That's the next priority.
The government believes moving the leads forward.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Shop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar-cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk. from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillett's Meat Shop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself, as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize. This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
Buster. They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with Buster. Refreshing range of colorful flavors. Always a star, never the audience. You run things never run you. Yes, you are the life of it, not just a part of it. Your life is never black and white. Live in full color. Buster.
Residents of Dangriga now have their very own brand new modernized multi-purpose complex, compliments of the government of Belize. This $3.5 million investment in the cultural capital will host sporting events, cultural events, and shows, and can double as a hurricane shelter. Features include seating for 1,000, a fully FIBA certified wooden court, locker rooms with full bathrooms, a stage and changing rooms backstage, concession stands, office space, and ample parking. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
A fast and reliable internet connection is crucial to the success of any business. That's why we at Pink Boutique chose DigiNet. Not only is it affordable, but it is service we can depend on to keep our business running 24/7. Plus, our DigiNet business plan allows us to stay ahead of the competition. For only $99, we get a dependable fiber connection at super fast speeds. Visit your nearest BTL office and ask about how DigiNet can enhance your business today.
Now available in San Pedro, Northside Belize City, Ladyville, and Belmopan. Coming soon to Orange Walk.
The Philip Bolton Highway between Belize City and the Philip Bolton International Airport is getting a major facelift to the tune of $31.5 million. Section B of the highway upgrading project between Haulover Bridge and the Buttonwood Bay Boulevard roundabout is underway at an investment of $21 million. Works consist of the full rehabilitation of the road to paved standard, which includes the widening of the road to 4 lanes, lined sidewalks and drains, wide shoulders, median, and parking, plus a bus lane at designated sections of the road. LED road lighting will be installed along with road safety features such as signs, reflectors, and road markings. The project will also facilitate in the improvement of underground infrastructure for the public utility companies. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It is exactly 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. It's always a pleasure to say good morning and welcome to my good friend and co-host, Mr. Robert Checky Usher. Checky, ¿cómo estás? How are you doing?
I was good on my way coming here.
You were good?
Yes.
And then?
I'm better right now.
Okay. That's good.
Because I see a good water. Like all the weather start like this, now that call for Puerto Vallarta.
Or even Bacalar, no?
Even Bacalar. But it's a beautiful,
or even Bacalar.
It's a beautiful morning, Emmanuel. Outside, we understand it's going to be up to 95 degrees today inland.
Yes, particularly. And I was commenting a little while ago, but about the difference between our high temperature and our low temperature is a difference of 23 degrees.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, and this is what many times sickens us.
Yeah.
The different variance in temperature. You know what I mean?
Right, and there's a lot to discuss, Emmanuel, you know?
Yes.
We have the agenda of traffic this morning, but we just want to touch some points before we go there. And it's good that you brought up the idea for us to talk about traffic this morning because school commenced today as well.
Yes, and there was an accident yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday afternoon, late afternoon, at about maybe 5:36, right by the fire station, right by the. I was not there. I only give as per somebody else's report that it involved the vehicle and a motorcycle, and that supposedly there was one person who was heavily injured. I do not know the details of it, but regardless of the outcome of this, I think that we as a community, we need to respect the laws, the traffic laws, for God's sakes. If the thing says yellow, slow down, that does not mean hurry up and pass try to beat the red. No. That doesn't tell you that. You know, say, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, because the red coming afterward. And a lot of people do exactly that. When it's turning yellow, they speed up. That's not the right thing to do. The yellow means slow down because the red is coming immediately. Right. And we have to be respectful of the traffic laws.
But also, Emmanuel, not because you that say I have the bad habit to do it, then you follow me and do it. Mm-hmm. Because if I have the bad habit to do it, I'm doing something wrong.
Let you suffer the consequences of your actions.
Say,
but then
he gone, I see him gone, so I can go too. No, not
well,
that.
That's exactly right. We like to compare and say, ¿y cómo él lo hizo?
Yeah.
Porque yo no lo puedo hacer.
Yeah, he never get hurt, but maybe you could get hurt. And maybe you could hurt somebody too. But before we expand a lot on that, Emmanuel, you know, we have always been talking about these activists when it comes to the different unions, no? And last year it was heavily reported on the BNTU. I want to say good morning to all teachers as you go back to school, to our students as well. And with that meeting they had, and we understand that the Honorable Cordell Hyde was the guest speaker at that forum, no? Well, we remember about the group COLA, so have the activists going on, and the Christian Workers Union held their general convention yesterday where new officers were selected.
Is that here in Orange Grove?
No, in Belize City.
Christian Workers Union.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I think they represent the stevedores. I'm not sure if they...
And some of the port workers are.
Yeah.
I think so.
And what happened is, you remember this Dubai when he Moses Sulf? Well, he was one of the candidates, you know? And then he...
Please tell me he didn't win.
The man get 39 votes. He got 39 votes. But the winner of that election there, I think there were like 439 votes cast total, which is about 50% of the total membership. And 328 votes went to the person who won, which is talk show host of Creme Radio, Evan Mose Hyde. So he's the new president of the Christian Workers Union. And Wilmore Steen, he gets 72 votes.
I want to question. And it's not that I'm casting aspersions because I do not know, but this is news to me. But what capacity and who does he represent there as a member of the Christian Workers Union?
Well, that's what I was looking at. You know, that's what I was looking at. If they are part of the union as well.
Well, they have to be a part of the union to be elected into office, but is it just a convenient membership, or is it perhaps something that they have been a member in the union and just recently now decided to hold a position of leadership? Because you know how these things are.
Yep.
If my family, they run for politics, they want to be in control of all these unions to wreak havoc.
Yeah, yo.
Hello?
Yes.
That's so.
You the bill numbers?
Straight, I tell you. And a lot of people would say, oh, no, he's representing our rights. Yes, yes, but keep on being optimistic.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we need to hear more for that. He say he have good friends in the union, and you know he always hear and cry and so. And he a man where optimistic, and if he red, he say red, and if he black, he say black. So he decide to go in, and he became the president. But the 439 votes was cast, which is about 50% of the membership.
I'm still wondering about in what capacity did he become a member of the Christian Workers Union?
Yeah, because...
So he needs to be an employee in the first place of some organization that belongs to the union.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm just... Maybe he's legitimately so. I don't know, but I'm just asking.
Well, as far as we know, he's a talk show host, right? He's a talk show host for the WUB, Wake Up Belize Man and Vibes, Creme Radio in Belize City. He's a talk show host. But I'm not sure how that go if somebody know the work in one of the type of companies that union represent, if you just join in like that, because me you can't go join the BNTU because we don't teacher, right?
That's exactly my point.
Yeah, so
that's exactly my point.
So, but that way happened, and the man became the president, you know. And
questionable.
So,
questionable.
If they say that amount, Emmanuel, that amount of persons vote, which was like close to a little over 400, and they are saying that is like approximately 50%, then we know how much people they in that union, right? And he got 328 out of that. He beat them by a bad. They say 439, which represent just about 50%. So you look at what?
About 878, yes.
878 persons. So if you could, if you could lead one crowd that amount, and you could garner 50 or 60% from
then
that.
Then it's a formidable quantity of people you have, you're leading.
Yeah. So like you say, wonder what's the motive behind it? If it's just to represent, or it's to look down the road.
We'll be following that up, ladies and gentlemen, and we're just throwing these things at you so you become a little bit more aware and conscious of what's going on. Because many times these things go above our head and we go like, but we don't really begin to understand what's going on.
Well, we see what happened with the leadership of the BNTU, right? You know, like right there, sort of Orange Walk. I don't like mention school name, but they have a lot of school right there, sort of Orange Walk. Well, a lot of them people there represent the opposition and they're high in the union. And then when the time comes for politics, then they come out and they do the thing and they gone away. You understand? And it's not supposed to be that way. That's why one time we say it, Emmanuel, we say it right. Some teachers. We'll not say all the teachers.
Exactly.
So when they have this one from this school here, they have the next one for that school, that one for the high school, and everybody join up. In an Orange Walk, you could almost say that it's infested when it comes to persons from the opposition holding
key
position in the BNTU, you know.
That's exactly right.
I don't know if it's the same out here, but when it comes to PG and so, we know the former president, Mr. Palacio, he was mayor for the People's United Party. In PG, also Mr. Fuentes, both of them.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he puts his name down for some sort of convention as representative or something like that, because that's the kind of people who are involved in the leadership of the BNTU. You know what? But ladies and gentlemen, here it brings a topic of further discussion. Why is it that some of the teachers who are supportive, who are good teachers, who are supportive of government policies, who are aware of the fact that government has been going out of its way to treat the teachers well, giving them salary hikes, increments, and so forth? Where are these teachers? Why are they not vociferous? Why are they accepting other people to go above themselves
and lead them in the wrong direction?
And lead them in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, hey, stand up for your rights.
Yesterday, Emmanuel,
fight your point.
Yesterday, somebody told me about my school. They said, we don't hear nothing about this school. I never know this school exists. I tell them, well, that means that good things are happening at the school. Because if you hear something bad, something bad when it happened there, I don't see the union come out and say, hey, this happened at the school. Where they go on here?
True.
You understand?
True. Exactly.
But you said it right, Emmanuel, that most of the people they up there, they have their agenda. And then, like when election come and so, everybody have a right to support whichever party they want.
Of course.
If they want to vote, if they want to not vote, but then not mix it in with the education system, man.
It's the meddling in the politics that we don't. If the BNTU would stick to its agenda of protecting the rights of teachers and safeguarding the good environment that exists in school and promoting healthy education and so forth, and healthy environment for teachers and students, man, me shut for me out.
Yeah, I try to lobby with the government for
Me
some.
check for me out.
Yeah, some of the teachers where they struggle hard. They don't have one land. Try to say they have the National Bank. Try to say how you can help your members because the teachers are the members. Because we see it clear, Emmanuel. One time this thing happened, when I want something like with the scratch, because we know the scratch. When this thing happened, that the union 1 week before this press conference for the PM, they had the thing set to go to Belmopan to talk about the crime situation, which I believe much more people may support. And as the Prime Minister come out this Sunday, and they already have the agenda, you know, I re-appointed Jan Saldiva, then the whole thing shift. The whole thing shift. So you call that?
It's just, that's exactly our point, exactly. It's the meddling in politics, and especially when it comes to those in the leadership positions.
I like what you said, though, that the teachers there, was it that so much good things come to them, all the increments.
Where are they? Why don't open them out? Why don't they aspire to leadership positions? You know?
Because they could make a difference, you know?
Of course they
could
can.
make a difference, and when it comes to leadership.
And I said, tell you what, you know, and lead me this way, but is it that we just not like to open them out? Is it that because we just sit down at a meeting and go like, don't worry, mommy, no care?
Yeah, because you're right, because when I talk to some of the time, I say, you think me going to Belmont Pat? Me going to Botes? I take my idea, if I go in a Botes, somebody go to Chetomal.
Yeah, because a lot of them are seeing through it.
Yeah, but
and
then like you
tell
said,
you what, they're not stand up for those, and we're glad to see that not all of them are blindly following the whims and fancies of the leadership of the BNTU.
Yeah, because compared to the previous one that they had before this one that was held 2 weeks ago, they had a real massive crowd, Emmanuel, over the entire country.
And compared to this one, it was this one.
Yeah, I think not even
very disappointing.
Yeah, not even 50%. And you see, things get shift up because when they change and they say, oh, okay, we're going into this. But I don't know why they have to use the word our demands.
Well, they realize that they're a formidable force in the country, and that they can, and that they also have, they carry a lot of support from parents, and they are viewed with a lot of respect by families and parents and the society as a whole, and good Lord, I mean, just the numbers themselves, just the numbers itself, 7,000, 6,000, 7,000 teachers who we entrust our kids to learning and to take care of them. I mean, it's a formidable job that they do, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So it commands respect. It commands a lot of, respect. That's it.
Commands listening to.
Yes.
But you see, the thing is that the union is so strong, and then when these things happen, like this one, when they go against the reappointment of Honorable Jan Saldiva, couldn't they do the same thing that the Three King Farmers Association did right here in Orange Walk? Wrote a letter to the Prime Minister, had a meeting with him, and the Prime Minister reconsidered, okay, let's do it this way.
Obviously, we discussed that point. He said, why is it that you done the protest if you don't give me one chance to talk, make a talk? Why is it that you never send me one letter? Why is it that you not approach me yet for talk? You done the lunch demonstration and we not begin to talk yet? I mean, common sense should prevail. I mean, you have to go through the due diligence process. You have to say, tell you what, make us sit down and talk. If the man not agree to what I say, then tell you what, we might send him a letter after that and say, tell you what, this and this and this and this. And after that, third and last phase, we'll go mount one demonstration. But then go straight to demonstration. Yeah. And they never said, tell you what, make us sit down and talk. So that, again, is quite revealing of their agenda. They just want to put in a bad light the current administration. That's very simply it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. So
there's no two ways about it. There is just no two ways about it.
Yeah, that you can't cover that on the sheet.
No, you can't. Yeah. You can't. And like I said, it's only some of the teachers. some of the teachers who are quite aware of the influence the BNTU has, of the strong influence, I may add, strong influence at BNTU, and then using it conveniently for their own political purposes. Okay? No, like I said, I respect teachers immensely, strongly, but it's when some of them meddle in politics that then I begin to go like, you got your own agenda, you got your own agenda. You know to look for the interests of the teachers and the kids. You they look for your own thing. Because politics is about convenience.
Right, and like you're saying it right, Emmanuel, it's not that we are talking on the side of the government. It could be two private entity. Right? It could be two private entity. It could be like, within the union itself with the president and what the president they do, what this one they do. But if you say, hey, they complain about this person, they give me this, man. This person, they give me what we deserve, what is for us, what we do. Why we don't move on and try to say, we can do this thing in a different way. Make we start to fight for the teachers then. Make we start to see that the teachers can get what they need. That school, they have better classroom, they have better facilities, they have everything to work with the school and things like that. But it's time for us.
Yes, we need to go on a break, ladies and gentlemen, before we continue on our topic, transport and traffic and safety. But we'll take that break when it's exactly 17 minutes before 8 o'clock, and we'll be right back with you after these messages.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Maintaining steadiness, consolidating stability, advancing growth.
In the Capital 3 budget, provisions of over 43 million have been made to finance the following key infrastructure projects. Continuation of the upgrading of the Hummingbird Highway, $11 million. Continuation of the Belize Southside Poverty Alleviation Project, $4 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of new sections of the George Price Highway, including the construction of a new double-lane bridge at Roaring Creek, $13 million. Commencement of work on the upgrading of a new section of the Philip Golson Highway, $5 million. Commencement of work on the new Airport Link Road, joining the access road to the PGIA, joining that with the Western Highway, $3 million. Commencement of work on the new Hallover Bridge, $3 million. And commencement of work on phase 1 of the Caracol Road project, $4 million. In addition, provision of $9.5 million has also been made for projects in the education and health sectors and towards our vaunted poverty alleviation programs. Mr. Speaker, I should point out that as we have done in all the years since taking office, we will again be financing our capital program wholly from concessional sources provided by our international development partners. We will not be borrowing any funds on commercial terms. These are the investments that will continue the transformation and continue to bring the jobs to lower even more the unemployment rate and lift lives and the economy.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Before we signed up for DigiNet, things at home were a bit...
Mom, I just having up the internet. Who's sick? Fix it.
chaotic when it came to the internet. But since we signed up for DigiNet, fiber optic internet for your home, everything has been going awesome. Everyone can be online at the same time, consistent and reliable speeds, no more fighting for internet. It's a mother's dream. It's so affordable. I got a 20 megabyte plan for only $169 monthly. Plus, it comes bundled with a free postpaid plan and free home phone service. We're saving over $200 monthly. It's an unbelievable deal. Perfect for families. Trust me. Visit your nearest BTL office and ask about DigiNet today.
Now available in San Pedro, Northside Belize City, Ladyville, and Belmopan. Coming soon to Orange Walk.
Give me the real milk, the #1 milk, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can whip its cream, for Dano milk it is real, yes, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over Cayo and in San Pedro, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. Dano milk in the morning, Dano milk in the evening, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Up north in Corozal, supermarket and them all. Dano milk, then of Dano milk. All over this land and in Belmopan, yes, Dano milk. Give me Dano milk. Say in Dangriga, down south in PG, Dano milk, then of Dano milk. You can hear this stuff, cause it's in Orange Walk, yeah, Dano milk. I love Dano milk. Dano milk powder, probably the best milk powder in the world. Dano.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros, al Sugar City Morning Show. Son exactamente las 8 menos 11 minutos. Aquí enviándoles atentos saludos a todas las personas que se unen a esta transmisión y deseándoles todo lo mejor para el día de hoy. Aquí de nuevo con mi compañero Robert Chequiosha, enviándoles los mejores saludos y de parte de todos aquí de Canal 10. Que la pasen muy bien hoy. Hoy es lunes 9 de abril y el tiempo vuela. Pero aquí estamos hablando acerca de ciertos temas, pero en particular hay tantos temas que queremos tratar, pero uno de los que sobresalen este fin de semana es tratar de concientizar a la gente acerca de las leyes de tráfico que existen en nuestro pueblo y que nosotros como una comunidad tenemos que hacer de nuestra parte respetando las leyes. A este punto quiero felicitar a todas las personas que han estado trabajando para mantener orden en el pueblo de Orange Walk, sea quien sea, porque al final del día han estado haciendo buen trabajo para mantener orden de tráfico aquí en el pueblo de Orange Walk. Pero sin embargo, estamos viendo que hay ciertas personas que simplemente no quieren respetar las leyes de tráfico, que piensan que porque tengo contacto con aquel o contacto con el otro, o porque me vale, simplemente tengo la opción de correr la luz roja y poner a riesgo la vida de otras personas, mía y de otras personas.
Yeah.
Okay? Y te preguntas, bueno, ¿y qué onda contigo? Okay?
Yeah.
Esa es la pregunta.
Yeah, this person asked me to read this text, and we're not going back. We're not going back to this though. It said laws need to be Laws need to be made concerning teachers meddling into politics and disturbing the education of our children. Laws need to be made concerning corrupt politicians. They have to put a stop to these. But Emmanuel, the traffic situation right there in Orange Walk is terrible. It's out of control. Right here, so by this bump here, so the trial farm. Look here. When I tell people the race that a bumper, sometimes the kids, they have to stand up there so until all the vehicles don't pass, you know. And that is there for the vehicle to stop.
Slow down, yes.
Stop. To make the pedestrian walk through.
Now, that brings up a good topic of a discussion, because the Municipal Transport Authority is in charge of Orange Walk Town and should not meddle or cannot meddle with traffic outside of Orange Walk Town.
Their jurisdiction goes all the way to the roundabout there by LSW.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you have that as a fact?
That's their jurisdiction.
Okay, well, thank you for clarifying that point. But also, if that is the case, one of the items that I have noted down here is, do we have any sort of supervision? Do we have any sort of activity from the Municipal Transport Authority at nights?
Well, we don't see nobody out at night. And
does that mean that it's only during the day that you expect people to be running red lights? Hell no. This happens all during the night. Ladies and gentlemen, key problem areas. Belize Corozal Road. They're jumping the pedestrian and the bumps. Queen Victoria Avenue and Otrobenke Road. Yeah. The other day there was an accident right by the Pupuseria, right on Otrobenke Road. Okay? I mean, people, I repeat it, traffic in Otrobenke Road is an accident waiting to happen.
Big one too.
And a big one too. And generally involves just a complete lack of adherence to the law. But even in those cases where the law is unclear to some people as to who should stop or who should proceed, then take the necessary precautions and put in signs or put in street lights or stoplights or do something about it. But we need to be proactive just so that we avoid these situations. That night, I live on the Otrobenke Road, and you hear boom, you know, and you know what that is? Yeah. It's people running the bumps. Yeah. And they're going 50, 60, 70 miles per hour. Within town limits, you 50, 60, and 70 miles per hour. And we're not talking only small cars and SUVs, but we're talking buses too.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all you hear.
Yeah. You see what happened, Emmanuel? I believe in a way there when it comes to the Ministry of Transport, National Transport, they need to cut down tight up on them people. I see one day, I'm at the bus stop. I got to pick up something where one of my friends sent for me from Belize. And the bus that was supposed to bring it reached late. But all of them they lock the gate and the bus not gone in. Then people like them, they're supposed to write down in the book and start to get them fine. Why you reach late? Why you not reach by the regulated time? So everybody over there in the terminal, now they close the big gate. Everybody have to come out and walk all the way around. Where people want to sit down in the wait for the bus, everybody have to come out and walk all the way around to catch the bus. Now when they talk about the bus again, you remember way back they had that problem with Batty Bus and Venus when they had this fight on the road.
They were competing against
each other, right? Drivers come out and whop up man with machete and so. This situation.
All of that?
Yes, man. Drivers used to fight and whop up man with machete. And I don't feel any bus, you know. But they want to see who will carry more people. Like right now, I think that the cars one situation like when it comes to the evening time, because right there, so on this whole road that evening time, I don't know if the bus man is speed up to drop off to them people first, or if he pick up other people. If Orange Walk by the final destination, because right there by the bump, sometimes two buses pass, our next one is squeezed on the side. 2 bus park, they make people to come out. Next one is squeeze from the side, we push through, and nobody can walk across that pedestrian crossing that is there. And when they come on so high speed. When time some people get out and somebody bus there, the bus don't stop, you know. The bus slow down and that person jump out and like you have to run for keep it away and gone again.
There must be a revision of the traffic traffic laws here in Orange Walk.
I don't invite the Minister of Transport to tell me he should be here anytime, so I will follow up with it. But this speeding in a town is something very dangerous because you say like when the people pass and they drive 70, 60 miles per hour, there is no way that a vehicle come to a complete stop if one kid run across the road or a vehicle come out from one area without say, there is no way you could stop that vehicle, Emmanuel, especially in a big bus.
My simple and humble suggestion is, man, you know how to get 2 and 3 on the road all the time. Just do like they do in other countries in the States or any place else, Canada, Mexico, wherever.
Set up the schedule, man.
You know, put somebody on the by one tree. Just all he need to do that supervise. If there is any transgression, any sort of like problem with a sort of vehicle, then he put on the lights and follow that sucker. But, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at nights we got no supervision, no traffic, so it's a free for all at nights.
But you see what the prevention, what that come in, you remember Superintendent Chi was here before the Easter, and then beef up everything for the Easter holiday because they know a lot of people travel. We never hear no accident happen for the Easter.
That's exactly
so. Now things that go wrong, we need to put some of these measures in place on a daily basis.
So that the lives we save, ladies and gentlemen, could be our very own, or the lives of those that are close to us, you know. Tú sabes cómo me doliera que tan de repente me llamen y me digan, ¿sabes qué? Acaban de atropellar a tu sobrino, a tu quien sea, ¿no? Y ahí lo dejaron aplastado. Entonces, ¿qué impacto es eso? Pero simplemente, y ya luego nos llegan las ganas de ir a machetear al individuo, pero ya es tarde. Simplemente porque no fuimos suficientemente vocíferos para decir, hey, queremos leyes nuevas, queremos que las personas encargadas de tráfico hagan su trabajo. Y déjame decirte de que han estado haciendo buen trabajo en ciertas áreas. Por eso dije, estoy felicitando porque en Main Street, en esa área, no te puedes atrasar, no puedes estar estacionando o recogiendo a personas. Estoy felicitando a las personas encargadas de tráfico, pero hay un poco más que necesita hacerse. Durante las noches, cuando se crea este vacío, cuando yo veo que 50, 60 o 70 millas por hora vehículos traficando en el centro del pueblo, ¿qué capacidad tiene ese vehículo de poder detenerse si es que sale un niño por la calle correteando una bola? Ninguno. Va a atropellarlo, va a causar. Entonces, no es una situación fácil. Pero simplemente hay que poner vigilancia. Hay que hacer que la gente se sienta más responsable, que, ¿sabes qué? Aunque sea que así sea. Pero, hey, cuídate, por aquí hay traffic safety. Baja tu volumen. Pues es lo que queremos, ¿no? Que bajen su velocidad. Pero no sucede. Yo le estoy pidiendo a las autoridades que por favor implementen lo necesario para asegurar de que la supervisión que tienen durante el día continúe, pero que por las noches también se implemente una forma de supervisión, una forma de poder atender esas situaciones cuando ciertos vehículos están yendo 50, 60, 70 millas, y no estoy exagerando. ¿Ok? Porque dicen, la calle está pavimentada, métele.
Yep.
Métele.
And then once they come on a motorcycle, they like fly through you hey, they think the machine, you know, the man building things, then things could have mechanical problem. You remember the one when I tell about that San Ignacio, when I slow down that the bump will overtake somebody, the cycle come right between us with 2 persons on it. Right now I see that they got somebody who got 3 persons on the cycle there. You know, somebody no got a casco and you need to put on your helmet.
You need to put on your helmet.
Right.
Well, I've been vigilant of the helmet part, and I noticed that a lot of people are adhering to the helmet policy. That so does the driver needs a helmet, and so does the passenger. I mean, once you educate the people and tell them, ¿sabes qué? No es porque la ley lo dice, es porque tú queremos preservar, queremos que tú nada te suceda. Queremos proteger vidas. Pero ya luego que las personas lo entiendan y se da cuenta de que, hey, es por mi bien. ¿Ya me entiendes? Es por mi bien que voy a poner un casco. Póntelo. Y el de tus hijos también. No por, y aunque sea, no tienes un casco de esos que la gente usa, pero algo para protegerte si es un viajecito corto. Pero no estoy diciendo de que puedes usar cualquier casco aquí, sí, pero trata de siempre utilizar el casco correcto. Pero si no tienes, busca algo para que te pueda proteger. Algo para que te pueda proteger.
And you might see it look like clear, like when you overtake one vehicle, it might look clear. But guys, we need to remember they got some people as you may overtake the vehicle, a person phone ring. And as they answer your phone, maybe like by chance, he swerve on the corner there, might knock into it, or maybe that person light one cigarette or some kind of distraction.
Otra cosa me has traído de mente, sí, ponerlo. También yo quisiera, I would like the Transport Authority or whoever there is the authority in that to please put in one law that says that once you drive, you can't be answering your telephone and you can't be texting. Over the weekend, I saw an individual on the road, and he text.
So your attention them more on the phone than the road.
Thank you, yes. And this happened on Main Street. I could mention names, but I will not. Man, that's wrong. That's wrong. You know what can happen if you lick somebody? You know that impact is going to cause on your family and the family of that person who you hit, particularly.
How long it take you to pull off on the road for do a message? Well, 1 minute.
And if the phone is ringing, let it ring. They don't want emergency, but most of the time, that way on the babes, let it wait.
Or a pass and I just see your friend walk on the road there. Just can't pass.
Let it wait.
Where you see, Pa?
In Merida, when I used to go out with my friends, the phone was set on in the middle. Phone is ringing, can't answer it because if policeman catch you, traffic catch you, the answer on phone or on what you call it, they take you in.
Yeah.
You cannot. You cannot. Pero aquí la dice, más nada va a pasar, más nada va a pasar. No te tomes libertades, hijo. No te lo tomes. Simplemente te vas a quedar en una situación difícil cuando tan de repente sientas que atropellaste a alguien y va a ser bastante, bastante difícil para ti y tu familia y para la persona que atropellaste, especialmente si se queda gravemente afectado. Así que les pido, por favor, y también que se haga una revisión de los lugares que necesitan luces. Quizás se requiera de más lugares. Quizás that area between Otrobenque and Lyle Street, there's always a problem. Who has the right away? Obviously, the person who is on Otrobenque Road has the right away. But the person who is turning into Otrobenque feels that he can go in advance of the people coming up, or the one who's coming behind them. So what do? Put on a light if it's necessary. You know what I mean? One simple light.
Yeah. Yes. But what's the use to have a helmet and it's not clip on? It's not serving the purpose because it's loose.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You have to clip it on. So I imagine this person is saying that the helmet is just put on
just
and
so
it's
the
not clip on.
see that you got it on.
Uh-huh. No, well,
It's for your
people
safety.
have to understand that it's for their own safety. So the officer will not be noticing if you have it clipped on. They notice that you have on the hat. But there it depends on you, the individual, to understand that if you wear it loosely and that it's not tightened to your chin, that, hey, you are the one who's risking your life. You have to understand that it's not because it's the law, it's because they're protecting your life.
It's all about you.
It's all about you, man. It's all about you. You know, they protect the authority, the traffic warden's life. You're protecting your own.
I would like to
Well,
commend.
you want to understand that. Please understand that.
I would like to commend the transport department from Corozal. I believe it's a national transport. I was called yesterday to Libertad to get some business done, so I decided to go up by the border and get some other work done. When I went, Emmanuel, there was a checkpoint right before you reach Corozal. You know, and the guys are, you know, they ask for your insurance and your license. I said, well, please be careful on the road. I went on my business. When I came back, I met them close to the border. They say, how was your trip? Yeah, driving good. I tell them, yeah. I said, just keep being careful on the road. And yesterday was Sunday, and the people left on the road.
Very good. That's a very good initiative.
Yeah.
You see, it's just the presence, like I said. But when, by nature, when people feel that there's no presence of any authority.
No checkpoint.
No checkpoint. They feel that they have a right to
they're free to
do anything that they wish.
They're free to fly.
Yes. Fly low.
Yeah. But Paul, we need to take one break.
Yes, let's take that break when it's exactly 9 minutes after 8 o'clock. I will be right back with you after these messages. Vamos a esta pausa.
San Ignacio Santa Elena Bypass Project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional road works will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not do it in your own country? Sun, fun, and relaxation are just a short distance away. Have a taste of barefoot living, or enjoy the sounds and taste of an authentic Garifuna village. Allow yourself to be swept away by Southern hospitality and living. Escape the hectic world and enjoy a beautiful sunset. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Every day when my daddy gets up to go to work, he says this is for me to have a better life. But I say, Daddy, we have a better life. Mommy don't have to leave home to wash my clothes anymore. We don't have to go all the way to a pump and back home to wash every bucket. No, Mommy just have to turn on the pipe and wash up and make we bathe as long as we want. Even the school teacher make we wash we hand the pipe instead of a nasty bucket like before. See Daddy, life is better with water than life.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
The first two phases of the Hummingbird Highway Rehabilitation Project from the Belmopan Roundabout Junction to Saboon Bridge and Alta Vista Bridge to Dangriga Town has already made a remarkable difference for commuters and residents alike. These first two phases are a $16.5 million investment by the government of Belize. Under this project, the highway is being rehabilitated through improvement of the road pavement to create a safer environment for the public. Improvements, especially in the areas that pose a high risk to motorists, include the introduction of paved road shoulders, high visibility line markings, reflective road studs, bus laybys, and other features that will bring the entire road segment in line with internationally recognized standards. Additionally, the replacement of the existing single-lane bridges will reduce road user risks. These improvements will increase economic, tourism, and agricultural opportunities, further encouraging the social development of Belize, particularly in the south. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
6 cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine. Roche-France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
When it comes to running my business, I have to ensure that my office is always connected and that my service is the best. This is exactly what I need from my internet provider at my home also. That's why I chose Diginet. It's fast, reliable, and most importantly, it's affordable. With Diginet, I get a reliable connection plus 6 gigabytes free mobile data each month to use while I'm on the go, all for just $99. This is big savings for me. Diginet gives me the edge I need to take my business to the next level, right from home. Visit your nearest BTL office to find out more about Diginet and how you can save, just like me.
Now available in San Pedro, Northside Belize City, Ladyville, and Belmopan. Coming soon to Orange Walk.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Bienvenidos de vuelta, compañeros. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's exactly 16 minutes after 8 o'clock, and it's always a pleasure to welcome Dr. Homero Novello. Good morning, buenos días, doctor. ¿Cómo estás?
Bien. Chiqui?
And my
Your hand feels soft this morning, man. What are you going? A lotion up or what?
No, man. I stop cut kid.
Stop cut kid. Morning, Doc.
Morning.
¿Cómo estás?
Bien.
Hoy comienzan las clases.
Sí, hombre, y eso es lo que le quería decir a todo el estudiantado de todo el país, todos los que nos miran parientes. Gracias por haber pasado una semana, 2 semanas de vacaciones sin mucha eventualidad. Creo que todos tuvimos en mente la seguridad de nuestros hijos y de cómo pasamos la vacación. Y a todos esos muchachitos que fueron a cortar caña para las vacaciones, estoy seguro que están contentos de regresar a la escuela. Pero aún así, me gustaría saludar a todos los muchachos a través del norte de Belice que trabajaron ese fin de semana. Y a los parientes también, que la mejor herencia que se le puede dar a los hijos es la educación. Sigan mandando a los muchachos y muchachas a la escuela. Es lo mejor que uno puede hacer. Y ¿sabe qué? Sé que es un esfuerzo. Lo bueno nunca es fácil. Lo bueno siempre tiene sus problemas y es difícil. Pero al final de todo, creo que los hijos lo van a agradecer porque se van a merecer una mejor posición en este país y nos van a traer el desarrollo que necesitamos. Sobre todo, ojalá se puedan ser profesionales en el futuro, puedan llegar a la universidad, que es lo que más yo quisiera. Desearía que todos tuvieran esa oportunidad de llegar allá y regresar a Belice para desarrollar este país.
Y
That's some of the young boys that go to school, they cut cane on their vacation too?
Yes, they do.
Y aquellas personas que dicen, ¿sabes qué? A mí eso de literatura, que física y biología no me nace. Tengo la ambición de algún día tener un buen trabajo, pero no me gusta. Y de igual forma, compañeros, de igual forma puedes tú envolverte en un trabajo, un oficio que no requiera de que tengas que estudiar tanto. Plomería, electricidad, reparación de sistemas de aire acondicionado, mientras que tengas una vocación, que tengas un trabajo,
Sí,
¿ya me entiendes?
Pero aún yo sí les quisiera hacer hincapié que si les dan literatura, tal vez no eres de ello, procura pasarlo, porque no sabes, algún día lo vas a necesitar. Aquel día me encontré un muchacho, me dice, ¿cómo odiaba la literatura en la escuela, el inglés? ¿Y sabes qué? Cuando me empezó a hablar como un Shakespeare. Me dice, ahora me doy cuenta, ¿qué quiere decir eso? What's an alliteration? Parting is such sweet sorrow. I said, wow, you still remember that? He said, yes, and you never used to like literature? He said, but you see what happens? I can see now the benefits of it because I can go into any place and charm anybody with the wise words that I learned from William Shakespeare's book, Romeo and Juliet. I said, well, that's very kind of you.
You go deep today?
Yes, well, I was somebody like many of those students. Never used to like much literature. But then you see what happens? The thing is this, that I said to myself while going to high school, well, I don't like it much, but at least let me pass it because it's part of the subject. You failed 3 subjects at your old, so you couldn't afford to lose one of those. Nevertheless, yeah, literature is beautiful. Spanish is beautiful. I mean, you go to Chetumal and you speak Spanish, and then, Mexicans, when they see, oh, your Spanish is different. But it's because we're Belizeans. We're unique in that aspect. But, you're able to navigate around Latin America, which is a huge giant and a huge market beside us, and do your shopping, do your traveling, do your leisure time there. So it's important. So this package of subjects, though you might not like it, is there. Even mathematics. What happens if you're a plumber, you need to do some maths. If you're a carpenter, you need to do some maths. Maths is almost like English. It's universal. And then you need to do it. It's important. It's not because, I don't understand what is xy plus 1 and all these things. It's algebra. But you know what? Let me give you a little piece of my experience. Why they teach us all of those things? And maybe your math teacher can perhaps throw more light into this, because I was not a math teacher, to be honest. But it teaches you to solve problems in a logical form. So it's not the 2x plus y minus 3x and plus 3 and all these things in brackets and parentheses and all these things. It's logical thinking that they're teaching you. When you find a problem, there are 2 ways or 3 ways or several ways to solve a problem. You either solve it by going logical on it from the specific to the general, or go from the general to the specific. But you got to look at it at different angles to be able to solve it. Like they say in Creole, there are many ways to skin a cat.
All right.
So,
okay.
Yes,
Pues muchas gracias. Muchas gracias, doctor. Muchas gracias. BSI prepares for falling sugar prices. That is the topic we would like to quickly go in. And I'd like to say that the third estimated cane payment has been issued to cane farmers, and the numbers are much lower than last year's. But this is no surprise to BSI representatives, whose stakeholders have been bracing for the drop. Well, we know that October 2017 was when we were expecting a fall in the preferential prices. So, well, because of the loss of the EU preferential prices that occurred last year, we are now on a different level. So each year, cane estimates are issued on a monthly basis during the crop season to present revisions, on the sugar market. The first issued estimate reflected a price of US $355 per ton on the EU market, but now stands at an estimated $332.50, a difference of $22.50. So we notice that the prices are going down. Cane Farmers Relations Manager at BSI, Ms. Aviles, said that the fall in cane payment was something that was anticipated since October last year, like I said. Following the trends of the world market, in January 2017, the highest price of sugar was at 21 cents per pound. And quite recently, March 2018, that price has nosedived to $12.41, representing a 70% drop. Aviles adds that stakeholders in the industry anticipating the world prices have been working towards improving efficiencies to boost the industry's competitiveness on the sugar market. So, ladies and gentlemen, the point is that not like other years when vamos a estar consiguiendo precios preferenciales de las naciones europeas. Ya entonces estamos a otro nivel compitiendo con otros países, porque ya no tenemos el beneficio de los precios preferenciales de Inglaterra y de los países de la Europa. Ya no lo tenemos. Así que ahora es eficiencia, eficiencia, eficiencia. Okay. Ahora es tratar de maximizar lo que producimos, conseguir lo máximo. Y también pedirle a BSI que también ellos tengan en consciente el concepto de eficiencia, para poder maximizar lo que nosotros estamos produciendo. Porque, bueno, aquí en el norte, pues, caña se crece y azúcar es lo que se produce.
Bueno, will we be affected by this fall, no, Doc?
Ya. Bueno, yo quisiera decir esto, y se lo quisiera aclarar bien, hermano. Esto no es culpa del gobierno. Estas son cosas que se rigen internacionalmente. No crean cuando les dicen, el gobierno se tiene la culpa que cayó el precio del azúcar. Eso no es cierto, señores. Abran sus ojos bien y escuchen. Nosotros les vamos a decir la verdad. Si discutimos es porque queremos que sepan la verdad. Aquí el gobierno no se tiene la culpa. El gobierno no puede hacer nada porque se rigen estos precios por los movimientos del comercio internacional. Ya los precios preferenciales se acabaron, tenemos que competir como cualquier otra nación a nivel mundial. Y por eso, Manuel acaba de mencionar que se le pide eficiencia a todo el mundo para poder conseguir lo máximo que se puede del esfuerzo.
Exactamente.
Yeah, but BSI coming up with any type of measures to try to see how we can go forward, Emmanuel?
Yes.
Yes, as far as I know, they have. I think it was last year when they introduced the introduction of the new sugar.
Yes, they are doing value add to the sugar itself. They are doing this consumption sugar, and that is to have a better price on the market, because raw sugar is the one that has the biggest problem in the international market, whereby prices are rolling down. And that is what Belize has been selling, raw sugar to the world market. However, if we take that sugar and we do direct consumption sugar, then there is also a market available for that, which fetches a better price. So they are looking into trying to get into these markets so that, we don't feel the blunt of that fall in raw sugar.
Exactly. So that is explaining the reason why last year BSI announced that they were doing a major investment of so many millions of dollars to be able to produce this other sugar, which was fetching a much better price than the very simple raw sugar. So, but that's only their part. De parte de los cañeros, tiene que haber mucha eficiencia. Tiene que haber aquí compromiso de tratar de mantener los costos lo menos posible, porque va a ser difícil para ciertos cañeros, compañeros. Les estoy adelantando la información desde ahora. Va a ser difícil porque muchas veces quizás este año no esté tan mal, y no estoy diciendo que va a estar bien, pero ¿qué pasó cuando vengan los otros años, cuando boom baja el precio del azúcar a nivel mundial? Entonces estamos bastante vulnerables y vamos a quejarnos, pero como correctamente dijo el doctor, no, esto no es que que viene un nombre y dice, es el gobierno que le bajó. No, el gobierno no tiene que ver absolutamente nada, sea quien esté en poder, PUP, UDP, NIP, quien sea. Estos son las exigencias, son el resultado de los tratados mundiales, el precio mundial del azúcar. Y Belice, siendo un pequeño país, entonces obviamente tenemos que aguantarlos. Pero esa es la razón también que el gobierno ha estado insistiendo en diversificación. Diversificación, de que las personas que ya no pueden competir dentro del mercado de azúcar, que busquen otro trabajo para hacer. Que digan, ¿sabes qué? Eso de 50 y 100 toneladas de caña ya no me funciona. ¿Okay? No tengo ni camión, ni trabajador, ni como se llama, ni el otro. Yo ya no puedo competir con esos grandes cañeros. Así que ahora me voy a sembrar frijol y me voy a sembrar, o voy a empezar a hacer otro trabajo.
Ya tienes la tierra.
Eso es lo importante.
So, Doc, ese está diciendo que todos los cañeros no se va a poder meter su caña, pues.
No, eso no quiere decir.
Nada con eso.
Nada con eso. La fábrica va a recibir cuanta caña haya. Ellos tienen un margen, como le dicen en inglés, un target, una meta.
Una meta de 1.3
millones. En la cual
millones.
es creo que 1.3 millones de toneladas. Entonces, esa caña está allá afuera, lo van a
y hay caña.
Dios primero el tiempo, que no caigan las lluvias temprano, la caña va a entrar. Pero sí hay que hacer hincapié, entonces estos precios no lo controla el gobierno. Y les quiero recordar también que el gobierno ha ayudado a esta industria azucarera en varios aspectos. 2 veces el gobierno tuvo que darle $10 millones a BSI, antes que ESR entrara y comprara las acciones. 2 veces el gobierno le dio $10 millones para comenzar la zafra. Y lamentablemente yo sí he visto muchas cosas que pues no muy entendidos. Mi papá fue cañero, yo no lo he sido. El trabajo de la caña es bastante arduo, bastante intensivo. Pero desde hace más de 25, 30 años se le está diciendo al cañero que tiene que diversificar. Y a veces llegó una época en los 80s en la cual solo llegaban al banco y conseguían un recibo de pago de cuenta, y a veces la cuenta se pagaba porque el precio fue al suelo. En los 70s, 75 los precios estuvieron muy buenos, pero en los 80s bajó al suelo. Y la mera verdad sí estuvo difícil el tiempo. Pero ahorita se está yendo para abajo el precio. Pero lo que más me duele a mí de todo esto, y lo siento y siempre se lo voy a decir, es de que sí necesitamos diversificar, sí hubieron proyectos de diversificación, pero nuestros líderes mataron ciertas cosas en este aspecto de agricultura. Siempre voy a recordar esa industria de soya que se desvaneció, que desbarataron, que destruyeron. Ahorita eso iba a ser un auge para nosotros. Estamos hablando de 17 millones de dólares que se importa del producto de soya al año. Iba a ser una buena manera de cómo emplear muchos más beliceños en eso, y era un buen paso en diversificación. E igualmente también las estaciones de agricultura. Como yo le digo, agriculture is the backbone of our economy. We just cannot destroy an industry like the soybean factory or the soybean industry, and we just couldn't have given away an agriculture station like Richmond Hill. I will harp on that all my life because I am an agriculture person, and it's one of the worst mistakes anybody could have done as a leader. And if you think about it, just do your research, my dear Orange Joaquinians. Who did that? Who did that? Who destroyed another factory? My God, everybody was job. Is that the way they love Orange Joaquin? Is that the way they show how much they care for the farmers? I don't think so. I mean, a man that wants to destroy a $20 million industry that will serve his people, I mean, is somebody that does not have Belize at heart.
Is there a market out there for the soya, Doc?
No, it's internal consumption. Belize imports about $17 million worth of soya every year.
Because remember that is used for feed and that is used for...
So all that importation of soya done by Belize, this could have been produced right here.
That's right, that's right.
Exactly right.
Listen, soya is on feeds like poultry feed, hog feed, even livestock feed on this as part of the supplement on protein.
This is a high
the
protein
fish
item.
meals also have soya also. So, you know, it's an industry, but we have to import it because we don't produce it.
So
And the thing is that you have a lot of other products that can be produced from soya.
Yes.
If
So
you
that-
go, ladies and gentlemen, if you go to Yucatan, you go to Mexico, and you go like, quiero una hamburguesa. ¿Cuánto por la hamburguesa? Vas al centro. Vas a McDonald's, es 75 pesos por un Big Mac. Y vas al centro y ves que la señora está haciendo una hamburguesa así grandes, pencas, chonchos, como dicen en Mérida. ¿Y cuánto por la hamburguesa? 18 pesos. Te preguntas, bueno, ¿y qué hace la diferencia? No es carne, es soya.
Soya.
Pero es hasta más saludable que carne.
Sí.
Pero escasamente vas a poder sentir la diferencia porque sabe a carne.
Saben prepararlo.
Saben prepararlo. Y yo una vez comí un chirmole de soya que difícilmente podía yo distinguir la diferencia. Estás comiendo como si fuera carne. Pero el valor nutrimental de la soya es bueno, es proteína. Así que te menciono esto. I mention that because hay una gran cantidad de beneficio para el pueblo creciendo soya. Es más, puedes empacarlo, puedes vender, hacer de leche, puedes utilizarlo para suplementar tu dieta, puedes crear productos de soya. Hay tal soy sauce hecho de soya. Podemos hacer nuestra propia versión de soya sauce y muchos otros productos incluyendo la soya.
So why you gone down?
La pregunta, ¿por qué es que se destruyó?
If it's something that good, you know, it's good for the country. We have
And
all
then-
equipment here, but do we have the raw materials and everything here? So
We can produce it. It's just, listen, the industry was about to start. They were in the process of importing the seeds because they had the machinery. They had all the farmers lined up. Everything was ready. But somebody had in his mind, this is not good for Orange Walk. And I beg the question, some of our best educated people in agriculture witnessed and were part of the destruction of this. And I tell you what, it's unforgivable. I cannot forgive these people for that. Because, you know, that little child there that is going to primary school, Emmanuel, that little child is asking that his father be employed. He's an agriculture man. That little child would benefit from the nutrition of something like this. Where was the heart and mind of these people? Where? I mean, if you're talking about crime and poverty, if this did not breed crime and poverty, my God, what else will? I mean, you're taking away from all these people, Jackie. Yeah. It's robbing the country, robbing your own people, and say, oh, I love my farmers. I love them. How hypocritical that is.
And it was set up right in the Orange Walk South area where
yes, right at your Creek Agriculture Station, man. People know that. There are all the big bins there. I think there were several bins to you know, put all the material being produced.
As recently as last year, if you went there, you could still see some of the equipment.
Well, how somebody
rotting away.
How somebody could get away with something that's so easy, man?
I tell you what, it's the people. It's the people that need to decide, and that's one of the reasons why many people vote UDP, because they know that UDP would never, and I know the leaders, they would never allow something like this to be destroyed, because they know that they have the people at heart. In fact, I tell you what, when this happened, and to give you a little history, the George Price administration had social justice at heart. But they claimed that the UDP administration was a capitalist administration under Dr. Manuel Esquivel.
They claim.
Yes. However, when Said Musa et al. Came into power, they were even worse. They were not capitalists. They were being capitalists themselves. So they forgot about the people. And I'll give you an example where they forgot about the people. Look at San Lorenzo housing site. The worst piece of land where they could have built a housing site. Very low, very marshy, I mean, the worst. There they went and they built a housing site that, you know, profited a lot of the cronies and everybody. And so poor people had to settle in houses that were so highly, you know, in expense. They were so highly priced and hard to maintain, because every time there was flood water and these houses were being destroyed.
It just so happens that a couple months after it opened, I think that unfortunately there was a huge deluge of water coming down and the place flooded.
But you see, we're trying to go back again on this. These people never had Belizeans at heart. So the 1998-2008 administration, no. And that's the same time that the destruction of that soybean factory commenced. Same time, before the change of government, already the machinery was done, the harvester combines were sold, everything started disappearing.
So the project was a good
project.
It
was something good. It was funded by the Brazilian government. And then you know what happens? We ended up with the bill. We have to pay that $20 million. So it was compounded into the super bond, so that Belize today has to find $100 million every year to pay that. My God, do we have to pay the pilfering of an industry? No, man, no, man, no, man. We wouldn't mind paying it whilst, you know, a lot of jobs will be here.
Se puedes leer ese texto aquí, daquelo na abajo.
Si pierdes tu usando soya de aceite para diesel, lo mezcla con kerosene. See? That's another use of soya oil. There are many things that could have been solved a lot of problems, man. But Emmanuel, sorry, how can these agronomists, and I would say their names, Jose Mai and Ismail Kal, they're agronomists, you know. They went to study on taxpayers' dollars. We send them to study. Come back and do a disgraceful thing as this. I can't forgive them that. They witnessed also the destruction of Richmond Hill. I can't forgive them for that. You know, I will go back again and say agriculture is the backbone of our economy. And up north, we have more than 50% of the national herd, cattle herd. But then we need our farmers, our Orangequeño farmers, to also benefit from this. I mean, Orangequeños are hardworking people. Not to worry about that, and you can't argue this. But then the fact is that we need to put something in their hands so that they can do better. An agriculture station was good. I mean, a lot of breeding stock and all these things could have been shared to improve the herds amongst Orange Joaqueños. But that, again, was sent into oblivion.
Okay. But presently here, the Ewe Creek Agricultural Station has been revamped somewhat recently because of the decision that from the government. In other words, right now, well, you know that after the PUP administration, the Ewe Creek Agricultural Station went down to nothing. There was nothing there, ladies and gentlemen. It was run down to nothing. Whatever was there was stolen, and if not stolen, sold. And it's because of the UDP government that now those people working there can begin to, because of the commitment of government to agriculture here in Orange Walk, poco a poco, little by little, they are beginning to offer more and more services to the people in Orange Walk. If they have herds, they have oxen, they have borregos, sheep, and they have imported top quality
Dorper breeds.
No, there's another brand. It's the white ones, the big ones. I was just there recently, Catalan or something like that. And that is obviously in order to better the breeds that we have here in Belize, to try to put an injection. So, and there is a special program. There is also the program by, well, this is in relation to the program from FAO, which is the agency that's helping the people with developing protein banks and so forth and so forth. So there is an interest of government to try to put back the Ewe Creek Agricultural Station into a position where it can correctly and adequately and efficiently serve the needs of the agricultural interest in Orange Walk after all the demise that went through the PUP.
You know, the agriculture station in Ewe Creek used to be so many acres. Ismail Kal, when he was a rep, he decided to split it into house lots and give it to some of his people. In fact, even Menelio Gutierrez has a lot there. I mean, if Menelio lives in Orange Walk, I always say he's my friend. Why don't you give him a lot in Orange Walk town? You have to give him one in Ewe Creek Agriculture Station. I know Menelio feels that because I know he's a guy that looks at things differently. But you can't look at a gifted horse in the mouth, he says. But really, they really dismantled this place. And obviously, it used to be a flourishing agriculture station. We had some of the best breeds of cattle there. A lot of things were happening there. But man, when you don't have agriculture at heart, a lot of things can happen.
Yes, a lot of things can happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 9:15. Let's go on our last break, and we'll be right back with you after these messages. We'll be laboring.
Consolidating stability, advancing growth.
Our priorities for the budget, fiscal year 2018-2019, are to continue to provide resources for investments in physical infrastructure, mainly roads and bridges, for education and health, for poverty alleviation, and for citizen security and defense. Mr. Speaker, I repeat, we grasp the nettle with both hands. We rise to meet the challenges, and we will overcome them. This year's budget is structured accordingly, and there therefore can and will be no retreat from our signature pro-poor policies. No retreat from Boost and Food Pantry, no retreat from the apprenticeship program, no retreat from the high school subsidies, no retreat from the payment by GOB for students' CXC exams, no retreat from the funding of the second chance opportunities, no retreat from tuition assistance, no retreat from the plethora of full scholarships, no retreat from the construction of new classrooms, no retreat from new rural water supply systems, health posts, and hospitals, certainly in San Pedro, which we hope to fund from a public-private mix, and also from PG. That's the next priority.
The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Chop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Chop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
Mejores prácticas en la cosecha de caña de azúcar. Es recomendable realizar la cosecha en el momento ideal, cuando la caña de azúcar ya está madura, así va a recuperar la mayor cantidad de azúcar con la mejor calidad. Existen varios métodos para determinar la madurez y calidad de la caña a ser cosechada. Síntomas visuales para determinar la madurez de la caña de azúcar son: las hojas se vuelven amarillas y se secan. Se reduce el número de hojas activas a 5 hojas o a menos. Los entrenudos de la parte superior se acortan. En algunas variedades tempraneras, la floración es un indicador de madurez. Midiendo el Brix del tallo para calcular el índice de madurez, es decir, para asegurar si la caña ya está madura. El Brix del jugo en la caña de azúcar tiende a equilibrarse a lo largo del tallo, una vez que llega a su madurez fisiológica. Con un refractómetro de mano se toma la muestra. El Brix superior se toma en el entrenudo que corresponde a la hoja más 7 y el Brix inferior se toma en el segundo entrenudo sobre la superficie del suelo. El índice de madurez es la relación entre el Brix superior y el inferior expresado en porcentaje. Por ejemplo, si el Brix superior es 18 y el inferior es 20, el resultado expresado en porcentaje sería de 90%. Para que una caña se considere madura, el resultado debe estar entre el 85% y el 100%. Análisis de la caña a nivel de laboratorio. Con este método, es necesario colectar muestras de tallos de caña para extraer el jugo. Luego se analiza en el laboratorio para determinar el POL, pureza y Brix. El POL es el contenido real de sacarosa presente en el jugo y es determinado a través de un polarímetro. La pureza aparente se refiere a la relación entre el POL y el Brix del jugo expresado en porcentaje. Una caña lista para cosechar debe tener valores entre el 81% a 100% de pureza. Entre más cerca al 100%, más azúcar se recupera. Una vez determinada que la caña está madura, se procede a la cosecha. Se recomienda realizar la quema en horas que presente el menor riesgo a quemas accidentales. Sin embargo, la cosecha en verde es lo ideal. El corte de la caña se debe realizar al ras del suelo, para aprovechar los entrenudos inferiores donde se encuentra la mayor concentración de azúcares. De este modo, aumenta la producción y el rendimiento de azúcar por acre. La caña debe acomodarse en bultos para facilitar el alce y minimizar el porcentaje de materia extraña, tierra. El bulto debe ser del tamaño del agarrón de la alzadora para evitar el uso del empujador o piler. El despunte debe hacerse en una altura adecuada para así eliminar los entrenudos superiores inmaduros, al igual para no dejar caña moledera en la punta. La caña debe de estar lo más limpio posible, libre de hojas, raíces o lodo, conocido como materia extraña. La cosecha se puede realizar de 3 maneras: cosecha manual, semi-mecanizada o mecanizada. Cosecha manual: corte y alce manual, jarochado. Cosecha semi-mecanizada: corte manual. Se acomoda en bultos que posteriormente son alzados al camión o tráiler por medio de máquinas alzadoras. Cosecha mecánica: Este ha tomado auge. Es la cosecha utilizando las máquinas cosechadoras. También reduce el costo total de la cosecha. La caña debe ser cosechada y entregada al ingenio lo más pronto posible a partir de la quema. Debe ser a menos de 36 horas para asegurar la mejor calidad. Durante el transporte del cañal al ingenio, se recomienda asegurar bien la carga usando varias fajas o cadenas para evitar la caída de caña durante el transporte. Al momento de registrar su viaje en la caseta, asegúrese de recibir su boleto del oficial encargado para que su producción se registre en el sistema de información de la industria. Estimado cañero o cañera, implementando mejores prácticas en la cosecha y transporte de la caña de azúcar para maximizar la producción de azúcar y de la mejor calidad posible. Este resultará en una industria eficiente, de menor impacto al ambiente y sustentable, asegurando mejores ingresos para todos, y así mejorar la calidad de vida de las familias. Una industria impactando la vida de todos.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
To the Sugar City Morning Show. Gentlemen, as we continue right here this morning, I want to report that in the Cayo district at Blackman Eddy, a 14-year girl is being missing. The family have reported and believed that she ran away with somebody because he carried one lot of clothes, so they figure he run out on boy. 14 years old.
Well, let me tell you, that boy's in trouble.
Yeah, because she's underage.
She's underage.
Yeah. Right? She can't have her own consent. You can't say that she want to call me.
No.
That
because
no work.
She does not have that right yet to say, I'm a bigger man.
So anybody, if there one of the family member there with this legal, tell them to send that legal back and go report yourself to the police station, because it's worse if they put out a charge by you and they have to fine you. But positively, what happened around the Mahogany Heights last week, Emmanuel, there was a robbery in the area, and police gave a tip, and they catch the person. They shot one of them by foot. Let me try to run away. They got robbed somebody at Belmopan, and they were running away, and the police was alerted, and they went and on the Western Highway, they apprehend the vehicle. The boy run, I believe they turn over the vehicle.
Oh, yes.
2 of them get away, but
I
one was
saw
shot.
that in the news.
So, kudos to the police department. Big up, right?
Yes.
Big up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, I was just going through the newspapers over the weekend, and they were talking about the person that lives on the Western Highway, Mr. Guerrero. How he...
Well, Mr. G. Yeah.
And how he was viciously killed by his own neighbors.
His own friends. Then people hang out with the man. I know Mr. G good. Mr. G, that a very nice person. He's the owner of the Manta Ray but service.
That's right.
Because he used to take us to Bannister and different areas. Mr. G no fool with nobody. But we understand them with the socialize.
They were socializing down the street at the bar, and then after the bar closed down, he invited them to come to his home.
Right.
To have some drinks. And apparently, well, Mr. G wasn't poor.
No.
So these people, I came up and said, tell her what, well, I mean, but you go to the man's house, you drink liquor, you sit down around the table, and then you decide to kill him?
When they come around right there, they watch you.
Huh? But fortunately, there were cameras, ladies and gentlemen, who took the whole thing, recorded the whole thing, and now the man Felix has been caught.
All right, good.
So, good.
Mr. G gone, but they catch him, man. But why are you telling somebody to thief somebody's vehicle? But what you could do with somebody's vehicle if you thief
Well, he couldn't start the vehicle.
He couldn't start it, but if he could have started and get out, he may have thief. Wait, may just may run away right and dump the vehicle?
Well, under the influence, believe me, you're not think correct.
Well, it's good that they don't catch that one day.
Yeah, but it's, a life.
Yes, one life gone.
It's somebody that was very productive,
Yes.
Having people employed and, giving something to Belize. It's a pity, no?
It's
really heartbreaking.
And well, we're glad that we don't have all these gang-related murders, and hope that the measures that government has put in place will at least continue to keep, because let me tell you what.
2 weeks gone already.
Living in Belize City, in those crime-infested areas, is nothing nice. I met a number of people over the weekend who are from Belize City and came to spend the weekend here in Orange Grove. They said, tell me, man, we can't live there no more. We're tired. You can't play domino that in the neighborhood.
So the people live in
because,
fair. They live in fair.
They live in fair. You can't be playing cards in your own neighborhood like before. We used to gather up as a community and you used to say, tell you what, make a play Ali pity pat. No for money, but Ali just pastime.
Or sit down and talk about 2 Lion story.
Oh, I'm doing a 2 Lion story. A big old Lion story like we used to give. About triantelope this big. You know what I mean? That's a joke, obviously. But, hey, you run into trouble these days doing that. Because, what? Hey, Harry, the other day, they play in Danimo with, and I'm talking just like that, like them, play a black stick with them boy out there. You know, the man will do you something a while ago. Well, I'm going to go shoot her. Yeah. So they can't catch Harry, so they catch a shot. Bam, 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 bam.
Maybe as they go in there, Harry gone to the bathroom, or he gonna drink one stout or something, and the others when they talk the Lion story or play the dominoes or whatever.
What does that do for the community? It just creates fear. It creates fear.
And traumatize the young people.
Panic. Traumatizing people. No, the whole type of living in these communities is filled with fear. Fair, ladies and gentlemen. Fair for your life, fair for the life of your family, and so. But as a community, they need to grow back and find those principles and family virtues that they forgot along the way.
Well, I met a lady who said that, there are 2 things that we have forgotten in our families, and that is God and love. There's no love, there's no God, everything would crumble down. But, really, I think that this crime situation has a multifaceted approach. It needs a multidisciplinary approach. Of course, we need the law enforcement, we need the churches, we need the NGOs, we need the family unit, we need everybody to approach this and to try to change some of these mindsets. Because tell you what, it's hard. I met some of those guys that even though you talk to them, they have their own mind already embedded with a lot of food. But yes, there's a big need for love and God. Mm-hmm. Once there is, I think things will start to change. But all of us can make that change. They said a child can only grow straight when the whole community comes around him and puts a share. But this is what Belize City needs. And in fact, the whole country of Belize. We're small, we know almost one another, and we have some beautiful culture. We hail one another every day. But then we need to love one another and respect one another a little bit more. Because I believe the churches have their own saying about it. They should play a more active role on these situations.
Amen. Amen. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Right, that's a fact, because it's very important that do that. But ladies and gentlemen, going back to just a quick recap of this story is that tenemos que no tratemos de apuntar el dedo y decir es su culpa de tal, es su culpa de tal, es su culpa de tal que estamos en esta mala condición tan mala. Ve dentro de ti mismo y ve si es que tú has sido parte del problema. Porque al final del día te quiero decirte que cuando tú no das buen ejemplo, entonces a tus hijos, a tu familia, cuando no les enseñas los principios morales, ¿ok? Todos tenemos defectos, pero si al final del día yo no puedo mantener mi familia unido, yo no puedo mantener a mi familia creyendo en Dios y haciendo un bien para los demás, entonces ahí es donde empiezan los problemas. Cuando nos mentamos entre uno con el otro, cuando no tenemos respeto el uno para el otro, cuando no tenemos, como dijo el doctor, el concepto de Dios en nuestras vidas. Entonces, ¿qué esperas? Que luego de 25 años de haciendo esto no se queden peor las cosas como estamos viendo ahora. ¿Qué quieres, que mejoren solo? No, esa mejoría tiene que venir de nosotros mismos, de nuestra propia conciencia. Ya vimos lo que pudo suceder, lo que puede suceder, ahora tenemos que poner lo necesario para cambiarlo. Ya son las 9:03, compañeros. Este show repite a las 9 por la noche, recordándoles que estaremos con ustedes mañana a la misma hora, pero también tomando la oportunidad de darle las gracias al doctor Novelo, que siempre está con nosotros, compartiendo, y a Chequi, también al equipo de producción, Morris Rahim, pero importantemente, compañeros, a ustedes que nos dan la razón por estar aquí. Y muchas gracias por eso, muchas gracias. Compañeros, son las 9:03. Se cuidan mucho. Nos vemos mañana. Mi nombre es Emmanuel.
I'm Robert Chequi. That before you give me a little oil in the tires, man. give me a little oil in the tires before you go. No man, how you used to sign up?
Aquí estamos en su programa. Hoy en Detalles. Nos vemos la próxima.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Nos vemos. Hasta luego. Cuídense.
Mejores prácticas en la cosecha de caña de azúcar. Es recomendable realizar la cosecha en el momento ideal, cuando la caña de azúcar ya está madura, así va a recuperar la mayor cantidad de azúcar con la mejor calidad. Existen varios métodos para determinar la madurez y calidad de la caña a ser cosechada. Síntomas visuales para determinar la madurez de la caña de azúcar son: las hojas se vuelven amarillas y se secan. Se reduce el número de hojas activas a 5 hojas o a menos. Los entrenudos de la parte superior se acortan. En algunas variedades tempraneras, la floración es un indicador de madurez. Midiendo el Brix del tallo para calcular el índice de madurez, es decir, para asegurar si la caña ya está madura. El Brix del jugo en la caña de azúcar tiende a equilibrarse a lo largo del tallo, una vez que llega a su madurez fisiológica. Con un refractómetro de mano se toma la muestra. El Brix superior se toma en el entrenudo que corresponde a la hoja más 7 y el Brix inferior se toma en el segundo entrenudo sobre la superficie del suelo. El índice de madurez es la relación entre el Brix superior y el inferior expresado en porcentaje. Por ejemplo, Si el brick superior es 18 y el inferior es 20, el resultado expresado en porcentaje sería de 90%. Para que una caña se considere madura, el resultado debe estar entre el 85% y el 100%. Análisis de la caña a nivel de laboratorio. Con este método, es necesario colectar muestras de tallos de caña para extraer el jugo. Luego se analiza en el laboratorio para determinar el POL, pureza y Brix. El POL es el contenido real de sacarosa presente en el jugo y es determinado a través de un polarímetro. La pureza aparente se refiere a la relación entre el POL y el Brix del jugo expresado en porcentaje. Una caña lista para cosechar debe tener valores entre el 81% a 100% de pureza. Entre más cerca al 100%, más azúcar se recupera. Una vez determinada que la caña está madura, se procede a la cosecha. Se recomienda realizar la quema en horas que presente el menor riesgo a quemas accidentales. Sin embargo, la cosecha en verde es lo ideal. El corte de la caña se debe realizar al ras del suelo, para aprovechar los entrenudos inferiores donde se encuentra la mayor concentración de azúcares. De este modo, aumenta la producción y el rendimiento de azúcar por acre. La caña debe acomodarse en bultos para facilitar el alce y minimizar el porcentaje de materia extraña, tierra. El bulto debe ser del tamaño del agarrón de la alzadora para evitar el uso del empujador o piler. El despunte debe hacerse en una altura adecuada para así eliminar los entrenudos superiores inmaduros, al igual para no dejar caña moledera en la punta. La caña debe estar lo más limpio posible, libre de hojas, raíces o lodo, conocido como materia extraña. La cosecha se puede realizar de tres maneras: cosecha manual, semi-mecanizada o mecanizada. Cosecha manual, corte y alce manual, jarochado. Cosecha semi-mecanizada. Corte manual. Se acomoda en bultos que posteriormente son alzados al camión o tráiler por medio de máquinas alzadoras. Cosecha mecánica. Este ha tomado auge. Es la cosecha utilizando las máquinas cosechadoras. También reduce el costo total de la cosecha. La caña debe ser cosechada y entregada al ingenio lo más pronto posible a partir de la quema. Debe ser a menos de 36 horas para asegurar la mejor calidad. Durante el transporte del cañal al ingenio, se recomienda asegurar bien la carga usando varias fajas o cadenas para evitar la caída de caña durante el transporte. Al momento de registrar su viaje en la caseta, asegúrese de recibir su boleto del oficial encargado para que su producción se registre en el sistema de información de la industria. Estimado cañero o cañera, implementando mejores prácticas en la cosecha y transporte de la caña de azúcar para maximizar la producción de azúcar y de la mejor calidad posible. Este resultará en una industria eficiente, de menor impacto al ambiente y sustentable, asegurando mejores ingresos para todos, y así mejorar la calidad de vida de las familias. Una industria impactando la vida de todos.
Why go anywhere else on vacation when an unforgettable experience awaits you right here in your own backyard? Explore southern Belize, home to the Cacao Trail, the historically rich Maya, and our illustrious southern heritage. Satisfy your sweet tooth with a cacao tour, relax by the river, or enjoy a basket weaving demonstration. Stop in for some delicious southern food. Come and enjoy some good old-fashioned southern hospitality. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Freshly extracted local honey, perfect for today's dessert. And these locally produced onions, they are just the right size for my popular onion rings and hamburgers. And these cuts of sheep lamb, also grown locally, are just perfect for my succulent barbecue. When I think about my family's health, I buy local products first. After all, they are fresh and healthier. And if you do the same, you're shaping a brighter future for your community, your family, and yourself as local spending circles back to you. Remember, when you buy local products, you are building a better Belize.
This message is proudly sponsored by the Food and Agriculture Organization, European Union, Ministry of Agriculture, and Belize Marketing and Development Corporation.
They see you and how you're living. Always a star. Yes, you live in color to the limit. Large and in charge. Yes, that's why you rock with us.